Yeah, took a little minute. It's been a couple weeks. We understand, but goddamn it, here it is. LAP in the building. You already know Literally Think podcast for the people. Welcome as always, 3 times. Welcome everybody. Yeah, well, it's been a couple weeks, man. They ain't heard from us in a while. Brother left,
What's
aka
going?
the ghost of Teddy Mack, the ghost of Teddy McDonald.
Yes, yes.
We're not even going. See, I hate y'all, right? I'm about to tell you why I hate y'all
Why you hate it,
because
brother?
everybody wasn't able and like to watch all that shit in real time, y'all. Like y'all ain't shit. I be trying to tell y'all ain't shit.
They should have watched that shit. Because I know that's the first thing I did when I walked through the door today.
I mean, listen, I haven't watched it yet, and I already know what happened because social media is trash.
Yeah.
So
You know,
I'm not really,
yeah.
worried about it, but at the same time, fuck out of here, man. Shut up. Like, y'all niggas gotta be quiet, man.
Like, that's why I didn't even go. Like, I wasn't on social media. I knew I was going to watch it as soon as I came home. I was like, that's my mission because I can't allow nobody to fuck up this experience. I need to know for myself. So I allowed myself to be consumed with bus driving all day. And I said, fuck social media. And it worked out for me.
Well, here's my thing, right? And I'll be honest with you. I haven't even started the season itself yet. Like, I'm caught up to this season, but I haven't watched a single episode from the season yet.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
So, but it's been ruined for me several times over. I'm aware of quite a few things that have happened, and I'm going to watch it. Like, I haven't had the time. I had other shows. I just finished Godfather of Harlem. I was behind on. I had other things in line. Yeah. And I watched things in line.
Honestly, I was going to be the ghost of Uncle Jerome. that was the original, the original plan for tonight. I was going to be the ghost of Uncle Jerome, and I was going to show up with a Jerry curl wig on and be like, yeah, smack your goddamn daddy. that's how I was going to show up.
Yo,
those was going to be my first words of the fucking evening, but
I'm assuming that something you saw in this episode made you change your mind. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
No, well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm done talking about this. I was hoping it wouldn't come up. It did. Now we've crossed that bridge, and yeah, y'all just gonna have to wait till I watch that shit to hear talk about it. And if that's too late, then I don't give a fuck. It's my show. I'm allowed to do that. Either way, no, shout out to motherfucking Eru. What's the boy name?
Damson Idris.
Yeah, he plays the shit out of that part, man. Does a very good job. Snowfall is
he wants his fucking money.
Snowfall is what we're talking about for those of you who don't know. As for Uncle Jerome.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Teach your mans how to squabble. Next time, get the triggers. Yo, that's the best soundbite other than it's 3 very good sound bites that like 3 like super sound drops that came out of that show so far. That's one of them.
I built this shit.
Yeah, brick by brick. Me tear it down brick because you don't like the way another nigga talk. Yo, that shit. He was talking to that nigga crazy on that joke. That's another good one. Mm-hmm. And Teddy has a few that I like because he don't really get loud. He just get shit done. So I fucks with him. But I'm gonna watch the final season of Snowfall.
Yeah,
you
need to do that. I had to, make people stop what they was doing and go watch it like right now because like I just got finished with it a half hour ago.
See, yeah, I have never except for one show in the history of television shows, gave a fuck enough to be like, I gotta be like since in this era of being able to go get whatever you want when you want it.
Mhm.
Let me say that. I'll be clear. Because there was a time where, you know, if you ain't catch that shit, you might not ever see it.
Martin!
Like, you know what I mean? That was a different. I'm from the 1900s before, like, you know, those things were easily accessible in your hand all the time. Pause. Right. But excuse me. I'm not since DVRs and apps and all that, I don't rush to watch shit because I know it's somewhere when I'm ready to watch it. And quite frankly, that's all I really care about. I just want it to be available when I go to watch what I want to watch.
Yo, and see, the thing for me, it was wild because I caught up on the season before, I caught up on the show before this, as soon as this season dropped, that's when I caught up with the show because I hadn't watched nothing. So I binge watched all the first 5 seasons.
So you was already in your zone with it, right? Yeah. You was already in your zone with it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like I watched it in real. I've watched it in real time over the first 5 seasons or whatever. So I watched it in real time. So therefore, yeah. I'll binge the last season for sure. That'll take a day, maybe 2. Especially since I already know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, man.
You know, because you motherfuckers are awful. So it's a two-man show tonight. Just me and the brother left. Shout out to Rob and his wife having date night. Nothing wrong with that. Definitely respect the date night.
No.
You said what?
Like old simp ass nigga all going on a date. Oh, love your wife or whatnot. Fuck wrong with you.
Love, nigga, fuck wrong with you?
Shit.
Shout out to Shotty. Shotty's in Vegas. Happy birthday, Shotty. Even though it's not her birthday just yet, but happy birthday, Shotty, because that's why Shotty's in Vegas celebrating and shit, doing her thing. So it's just me and the brother left today. That's happened before. We're gonna make it work. I have quite a few good things to discuss here. It's This is. I'm gonna give Left a chance to piss some people off, y'all. Y'all gonna love this shit. So
I don't even know what I get to talk about, but thank you.
I mean, just because Left, bro, I just know you, and I know you're gonna find a way to take these seemingly easy and innocent things and turn them into something very Left-like. So I'm looking forward to that. So as we always do when we start the show with hot takes. You know, quick little opinion about what's on your mind. Something just random, something very specific, just something upon which you have a very strong opinion this week. Good sir, please bless us with your hot take for this week.
If you drive in Center City, fuck you.
Please elaborate.
No,
because that is a very bold, just round. Like if you drive in Center City, fuck you. Like
yeah, like if you
nigga, my mama drives in Center City, fuck you too. Like no, she don't. But like, what if that's a nigga's response? Like that's why I'm asking. Is there a specific reason why I fuck these Center City drivers, or just because
people okay? I drive a 40-foot long 20+ ton vehicle.
You did not have to pause there.
You
didn't. You did not. That was not necessary.
I maneuver a 40-foot bus that weighs well over 20 tons through the streets of Philadelphia and the surrounding suburbs every single day.
Every motherfucking day.
When I get in the Center City, people act as if they are the only people on the fucking road. I'm driving by myself. No, the fuck you're not. I can't even count how many times, and I'm speaking of with both hands, both feet, all the toes and fingers on. In the last 2 weeks, I can't count how many times somebody decided to make a right-hand turn from the left lane across the face of my bus as I'm moving forward.
And this is happening downtown.
Yes. It's maddening.
Well, now.
The funny thing about it is, on the surface, I'm just as cool as this. Like, that shit happened.
But
in the back of my brain, I want to shoot all you motherfuckers. Pew, pew, everybody gonna die. Pew, pew, everybody gonna die tonight. That's how I feel. Because it don't make no sense. Like, everybody's in a rush. And this is one of the things that, you know, when I first transferred out of the city to the train, I was so happy about not having to deal with. And now I'm back in it. And I'm like, oh, wow, I forgot about this.
Right.
This is why I wasn't. Yeah, I'm not picking the 124 no more.
Now you remember the issues that you had. That's crazy. Well, I mean, it's kind of fucked up to say fuck everybody, but I get it, I suppose. Problem is, right, like, it's Center City. Like, it's cutthroat as shit down there, bro. Like,
okay, so all right, I'm gonna specify.
Okay.
So I don't just say fuck everybody. Fuck box trucks. Fuck Amazon drivers. Fuck Uber drivers.
Uber Jabba.
Fuck Lyft drivers. Fuck the bicycles.
Oh,
whether it be the regular bicycles or the fucking rental bicycles. Fuck the taxi cabs.
Well, it's
fuck,
always fuck the taxi cabs.
Fuck everybody that's walking around with headphones on and they facing their phone and acting like the street is their own home. Fuck you too. Who else? Fuck who else?
Who else? Fuck who else?
Fuck the police.
Yeah, that's what we just reaching for whoever around.
Yeah. So not everybody, but those people specifically.
No, I feel you, bro, and I absolutely respect it. It's just, you know.
Oh, and this gonna rub some people the wrong way, and these the opinions that are expressed right here in this sentiment are the opinions of myself and do not hold true to the LAP podcast. Okay.
Oh shit.
Why is it
you only do that when you about to say some real out of pocket shit? Go ahead.
Why is it that older Asian women, they are the nicest, most pushy motherfuckers on the face of the planet? They will do some pushy ass shit, but in the most kind.
He's smiling at you though. Yeah, no, all right. I thought you were gonna say some wild shit. No, that's incorrect assessment. I've definitely
that shit be irking the fuck out of me. Like, no, I'm not doing that. No.
Like salespeople, they're like that. I've seen that a lot.
That's what I'm not going to do. That's what I'm not going to do. It's not going to happen.
No, I get that. All right, so hot take. It's so many things that have happened over the past, I don't know, 2.5 weeks or so. And I had like 19 different directions I wanted to go with this gym, man. But honestly, it's like the only thing I really can continue to come back to is this story that of this young lady being killed in the line at Dunkin' Donuts the other day. She had an 11-year-old son in the back seat. She was driving through a Dunkin' Donuts. Somebody apparently was following her. Walked up to the side of the door, put like 11 shots or something into the car, 11, 12, something like that. Murdered this young lady in front of her son. Our dear friend Miss Shakira Jones put up a post. She was a co-worker of this young lady, and a few other people that I know also knew this lady. I don't know the specifics of the situation. That's not what I care to speak to. I just care to speak to like the desensitization of just these kinds of things because I feel like we heard about it, but like I don't know, like maybe I'm tripping. Like I feel like at this point we should be angry and not like get on Facebook and make a post angry. I'm talking about like real life action angry, like getting out and voting in this next election angry, like really turning out to hear what the candidates are about and what their plans are angry. And that's kind of what I'm leaning into. The election is coming up for Philadelphia's mayor, and I need all of y'all to understand that although the mayor is only a small piece, all those council people, which are the majority of the candidates for mayor, all those elections and all those policies that you put in place when you vote these people in, they're important, man. They mean something. Like they're not by happenstance. They're not just inconsequential. You really got to take the time to understand who you are asking to lead you. Like seriously, y'all. Like we fucking adults. Like stop just doing shit or having weird ass opinions without really understanding what's going on. You feel like politicians is all the same. Cool story, bro. Take a look at the motherfucker and see what they're saying. Because while they might all be the same in theory, they're not all the same in action. So at the very least, know the action that is in control of certain things that represent you. Like, that's all I'm saying. I get it. The establishment's fucked up. They're all terrible people. That's understood and assumed. But within that, have some knowledge of the terrible motherfucker that you putting in place. Because they're gonna be there no matter what. Do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't, it's like I said, y'all just leave that alone. I don't want to, like, that's not even me with that shit. But at the same time, like I keep seeing all these commercials, and I seen a debate the other day, and I seen everybody gearing up to, get ready to do this whole mayoral race thing. And I just need y'all to know that it's not as unimportant as some of y'all are trying to make it seem. Like everybody's trying to make it seem like it's like, whatever. But it's deeper than whatever. Y'all gotta do better with this shit, man. I absolutely gotta do better with this shit.
Yo, the wildest shit that like when, and especially like when I speak, when I think of the mayoral race, like first of all, I don't live inside of the city, so it affects me, but I can't be a part of the solution as far as vote for whoever, you know what I'm saying, because I don't live inside the city. But what I do like, it's fucked up when you have a particular candidate running and his angle is the potholes in the fucking city. That's his angle.
Yeah.
Like, you not worried about how many bodies is dropping on a daily. You worried about fucking potholes.
I mean, to be fair, and this is just, I know who you speak with the candidates.
It's a lot of fucking potholes.
It's a problem. It's a fucking problem. And so here's the issue, right? When you're a politician, you have the burden of like the problem that gets the most headlines or the problem that affects the most people. Sometimes those problems are one and the same. Sometimes they are not. Although, and this is not in any way, shape, or form, please, let me just preface this before I say it. I'm not downplaying anyone that has been a victim of violence, any family that is suffering. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this, is that on the whole, potholes affect more people top to bottom on a daily in and out of moments and living life basis than those other situations. Not saying they're more important, they're just more frequent. You're going to run over more potholes than people getting shot. Although, at the rate we be going, it might even up at some point. Who knows? But assuming that it stays at the rate that it absolutely humanly should, is just no, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be mad at the angle because it's an issue. If that's the angle he takes, he needs to win an election. So he needs as many people to vote as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if you live in a neighborhood where you have psyched yourself into believing that the violence won't touch you, but you had to replace your rim the week before, that man talking about potholes is talking to you. That man talking about violence in his neighborhood is talking about another nigga because you don't have that problem. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, your neighbor might have just got robbed the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You still had to replace the rim on your tire because of the pothole. And you that middle nigga that's dealing with everything, no matter what side you on.
Yo, it's crazy. I came across a clip from the Rock Newman show. I don't know how many people check out the Rock Newman show. You know, I haven't in a while, but it was an interview. He was interviewing Tim Wise.
Okay.
And Tim Wise was speaking on the media portrayal of Black people and the fact of how dangerous we are as a people and how they sensationalize things in order to, continue to divide us as a people. Period. Like, because white people don't deal with the same problems as us, and because of the fact that the mainstream media is continuously painting a picture of us as savages, it makes them, like, it pushes them further away from understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you'll never have the people that would be able to help to bridge the gap come closer, because it's all about fear mongering.
Right.
You know, and like, that's not the way he explained it, but that's just the way I can explain it, because I don't want to go word for word on everything he said, but it's just basically like, this is what, like, it's all done on purpose. So you have a situation where our neighborhoods that, where Black people live at, will continuously be underserviced, because the people in the suburbs, the people who got money, get to a point where they don't give a fuck because it's not them.
Right. I mean, essentially that's the issue anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, as far as, like, just from the beginning of time, that's the issue. Like, it's always a class thing. Living Thing podcast for the people. KP left, aka Ghost of Teddy McDonald, in the building. It's a 2-man show tonight. IG Live. I'm gonna be on here for a hot second, not too long. I need y'all to jump over to either YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, any of them four, and check out the gym. I'm gonna stay here for a minute, but I ain't gonna keep it on here too long, because y'all can't see left, and I just don't. It's not a dope interaction. So I'm talking to IG Live work right quick. I'm gonna stay with that for another 5 or 10. Hope a couple people join on. And if not, we'll catch them on the backside. It ain't no big deal. But I think one of my favorite, like, political figures ever is Fred Hampton. Like, that's not something that I take lightly when I tell y'all I'm the Fred Hampton podcast. Like, bro really understood when he said that for the people shit. He spoke it in a way that was like so real and so eloquent that I don't think people even got how dope it was. And he was fucking 19 years old when he was saying a lot of that shit. Like he was a young fucking man. Anyway, I'll go off on a tangent completely different. But the battle is not about color. In some ways it is, on some levels it is, and in some spaces it is. But realistically, the battle's about class. The battle's about class and levels and rich versus poor, more as over black versus white. Like, true indeed, a poor white person probably is in a better position than a poor black person, but a rich white person hates them both, and so does most likely a rich black person. Like that's the thing that kind of makes it all the common denominator. So there are the discussions to be had within that, and that's a good segue into my next thing. If you had something to say, left.
No, we can move on. We can move on.
Okay, so a couple months ago in the state of Virginia, there was a teacher by the name of Abigail Werner who was shot by a 6-year-old in her class. She survived the shooting, and a 6-year-old. I said 6 months. Am I tripping? Damn, that would have been a strong.
I said 6 years.
Okay, all right. I'm about to say that would have been a strong ass baby. Anyway, that and an angry one too. Like, why the fuck? Anyway, that's a.
You wanted his milk. You wanted his milk.
Thoughts are winning. I'm not gonna continue to dive into that. Anyway, Abigail Werner shot by a 6-year-old student in her class 3 months ago. This week, the mother of that 6-year-old child was arrested. Now, I will be completely honest. I did my due diligence to try to find pictures or photographs of either this young man, which I knew I wouldn't find because he's 6 years old, and that would have been a serious oversight by somebody. But of his mother, named Deja Taylor, tried to find photographs of her as well, just so I could confirm what I assumed, that this child was African American and so was his family. Now, she was arrested for child neglect and recklessly leaving a weapon for a child to be reckless with, whatever the fuck that means. Virginia is wild. They got a lot of different weird ass laws in Virginia. I digress. The point is this, though. We've seen school shootings and incidences and issues with several other children that were considered to be minors. Most of them teenagers. I don't recall charges being brought against parents in those situations.
At all.
So, let's examine what the common denominator might be for the majority of those cases. You know, the complexion for selection, as one of my friends used to say. This little boy's 6. He didn't just know where the gun is. I'm gonna be fair here, Miss Deja Taylor. Your 6-year-old should not, in any way, shape, or form, have been able to access a pistol. Let's not in any way, shape, or form try and skate over that fact. Miss Deja Taylor, your motherfucking child should not have in any way, shape, or form been able to access a pistol, put in their book bag, to take to school and shoot their teacher. First grade, 6 years old. Fuck no. There's no excuse for that. But you motherfuckers, if you're gonna set the precedent for arresting kids and parents who do, commit violent acts in schools, it's wild that the ratio is so much higher for one demographic than the other, but you choose to make an example out of the demographic that this clearly affects the least. And I used a whole lot of weird ass words to say, y'all fucking with the black people and you leaving the white people alone. That's what I'm saying in summation, because I don't want any thoughts of that. I don't want any skewed words. That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying, because that's what it is. You're taking this situation, Newport News, Virginia. If you know anything about Newport News, Virginia,
bad news.
Newport News, Virginia is essentially North Philly of Virginia. if I like, for lack of a better description, for those of you who may not be in the know of the area, this is not a wealthy, well-to-do part of town. This is a fucked up neighborhood. This is low income. It's a whole lot of the other shit that a lot of us either came from or see, and all that shit. That's what that is. That shit is not like, if you think of Virginia and you like the country, nah.
Virginia is for lovers.
Like, no, this Virginia is more like a Pusha T album. Like, that's what this Virginia is. You need to be. That's the type shit you want over here. So,
and if you ain't seen it with your own eyes, you won't understand.
Look, so like I said, for them to take this and make, like, you're the example. We're going to set the pace with you, 6-year-old boy, and young 20. I forget the exact age, Deja Taylor. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, I just, and I feel like they get away with this shit down south crazy, man. Like, soon as you get out of Maryland, they really be wilding down there. like not that it don't happen up here, because it do.
Because that shit happens.
It happens every fucking where. But I feel like proportion wise, they be getting that shit off way more down there. But you know, your take on the situation, good brother.
First of all, I'm gonna say, if you're in a household where oversight isn't paramount.
Say that again.
If you're in a household where oversight isn't paramount,
talk left.
Things like this can happen quite easily.
To the best of them.
And I speak on that from experience. It wasn't first grade, it was second grade. I was getting bullied in second grade by a fifth grader. I want y'all to think about the fact that I was very small.
This nigga was little. He was little as shit.
I was very small.
This nigga had a Webster body. No, I'm just talking. I'm fucking with you. I'm not lying though. He was a little dude.
To the point where I was the dude to pick on. I also was the dude with a hair trigger temper, because everybody used to mess with me because I was so small.
Y'all met them angry short niggas. Yo, I want to go. I can't say that out loud. The animal people will come for me, but I don't like this dog outside my door.
So this one day, I decided I was going to take a knife to school, and I was going to stab the shit out of this dude who kept on picking on me, like taking my lunch money. I'm like, I'm done with it. I'm done, because you keep fucking with me. So
I better leave people kids alone.
I slid the knife in my bag. Go to school. I get to school. Teacher asked us to, pull out a textbook, this, that, and the third. Mind you, I'm an honor roll student.
And we always was.
I was an honor roll student until I got to high school. Never missed honor roll from first grade all the way to 8th grade. Never missed honor roll. This dude
had to put the kill on this right here.
So I decided, all right, I'm gonna take, like, because nobody doing nothing. I'm gonna handle this. So I'm pulling the book out my bag, and one of my classmates behind me see the knife in my bag. What's that? What you talking about? It's my book. No, what's that? It's my book. Shut the fuck up. He run up to the front of the class. Michael got a knife in his book bag. I'm mad because I'm like, you red ass nigga.
Now I'm stabbing 2 niggas. No. Now
But
fucking 50, both you niggas.
he saved my life.
And why is that?
He saved me from getting a criminal record because I'm trying to tell you, that dude was going to die that day. Dude was going to die. I was going to jail.
Damn.
I meant
You was on your shit. You was on your shit that day, huh?
I meant it. So I don't even know who dude. Like I can't even remember who the young boy was back then. I can't remember. But whoever.
Shout out to that nigga because
I appreciate you. Now,
like you said, no, in that moment, fuck him, you bitch ass nigga. Like,
but I thank you.
Yeah, no.
So we rewind back to if oversight is not paramount, things like this can happen.
Fact. I love that you had a story to go with that. That's dope. That's always fun.
I can't blame that on my mom not watching over me. I was an honor roll student. It's no reason
to ever assume, and you ain't telling nobody what was going on.
It's no reason to think that my honor roll student son is going through something like, because it ain't no like you. If you think about it, like he can't be going through nothing because he's still bringing home A's and B's.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got to be cool. He got to be all right. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes as a parent, you use certain measuring sticks to think to try and assess whether your child is good, and it's just based on what you think you know of your child or what your expectations are as a parent. One of those things, or in some cases, a mix of both. Because if your expectations are, I want my child to get good grades and keep their room clean, and if all they do is get good grades and keep their room clean, you want to assume that everything else is in order because you haven't set any other expectations. But if you are a different type of parent, then on the flip side, you just always in shit and you're constantly resetting expectations. So nobody ever gets comfortable and they don't try no goofy shit because they don't know what's next from you. It's two different. And then there's the middle of that. You know, everybody got their own style. But I digress.
I just ask my kids questions. I talk to my kids.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Like,
you gotta talk to them.
Because like I try not to hide nothing from my kids. Because they smart enough to know when you try to pull the fucking wool over their eyes anyway.
No, kids are much smarter than we give them credit for. And they're much more perceptive than we give them credit for, too. That's the other thing. Leave Anything podcast with people 40 minutes in. Me and my guy left, wrapping it up. Rocking out this morning, afternoon, day, and night, no matter what time you listening, because y'all niggas be on Spotify. Y'all check the Spotify numbers. Niggas is really fucking with it again. We fell off on that joint for a minute, bro. The Spotify numbers was looking disgusting, real bad. But they're getting back, though. I'm liking them things. I haven't seen the Apple Podcast numbers because I just refused to look at them because I know them Jones was down. And they was carrying us.
Oh, y'all people got them fucking Androids, nigga.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Get your iPhone game up, little nigga.
I mean, yeah, I because I cheat. I listen to it on both because I have that option. But for those of you, if you don't want to buy an iPhone, I don't give a fuck. Like, just listen. Go to YouTube. Fuck all of it. I don't care. I just want you on whoever you are, in whatever shape you want. But yeah, Spotify numbers. So for those of you who've been checking out Spotify, I appreciate you. The Spotify numbers have been much stronger. It's probably because I've been more consistent with keeping the episodes up to date and giving y'all all that good stuff. So I'm going to continue to do my part because y'all have shown me that y'all going to do your part. Thank you very much for those of you who have been checking us out on there. But just to kind of sum up the situation, it's one of them things where it's not really, you know what I mean? It's not surprising what you're getting out of it, but at the same time, like, goddamn, again, it feel like that too. It definitely feels like that. So, it is what it is. Hello, ladies. Thank you. Daughter just came from DC. Long day.
Hey, niece.
So, The Abigail's Werner thing, that's done. Now, next thing. So the founder of Cash App was found murdered in San Francisco. Another financial bigwig type person was arrested for it today. That is not the story that I want to have a discussion about. What I want to have a discussion about is y'all reaction to the founder of Cash App being murdered on Twitter and the amount of ridiculously stupid comments that I saw under the post informing people of this man's murder. So do I take my money out of Cash App now? Is my card still going to work? Like, y'all can't. I'm going to just say I hope that y'all was just trying to go viral with your comment and that you ain't really mean it from the bottom of your heart. Because there's no way you could think that because the owner of something, of an entity dies, that you got to remove everything that you put into that. Like, come on, man. Y'all, I hate that they gave all y'all Twitter and phones and all that. Like,
I mean, common sense ain't common.
I mean, but so I shouldn't be mad about that, is what you're telling me? Like, that shouldn't bother me? The fact that it was dead ass a quote tweet on top of the tweet that said, so should I take all my money out of my Cash App account? Should I close my account? Like hundreds, bro, not one, not two, like literally. It was like between
close your Cash App account. Go to Venmo.
Between the comments and the quote tweets, it was a lot of people asking, and there was a lot of our people. And that's what I think, you know what? That's what it was. If it would have been white people doing it, I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't bother me as much.
You would have been cackling.
It was white people, and that's what made me mad. I'm not gonna lie. That's what it was. It was us. It was us. Looking crazy. Like, that's what it was. It was that. It was that. IG, I'm out on y'all. I'll be back with y'all like why us though? Why we gotta be doing that shit? We always like that's us all the time. Like, and even if you don't see it as that, I promise you that's exactly what it is. But you know, bro, like they really said, should I take all my money out the account? Will my card still work?
Yeah, please.
Will my card still work?
No, take it all out. Take it all out. Be dumb. Take it all out. Put it under your mattress.
Hey, man.
Your air mattress.
You better keep some money under the mattress. Shit about to get dark out here. You should definitely keep a little mattress money. Yo, Karen. Talking about Newport News.
Mm-hmm.
We got one. Lily said she used to live. I did not know you lived in Newport News. That's wild. How did I not know?
Shit, I got pictures of myself in Newport News. All in my phone. Yup. I was on motorcycles down in Newport News.
Oh, that's when you was still, that was you in the gang? That's when you was in the gang? Gang. Yo, for those of y'all who don't know, Left was damn sure in the gang. Just so y'all.
It was not a gang. Not a gang member.
Bro. All right, y'all. For the people who are in the comments and anybody who listening later, if you hang out with people, y'all all wear the same clothes and y'all ride with motorcycles and fighting bars, is you not in the gang? Answer the question yes or no. That's a gang. I don't know. That's a fucking gang.
It's not a gang. It was a family.
Okay, Vin Diesel. I'm done with you. Get the fuck out of here. It wasn't a gang. It was a family.
My family.
Oh, man. All right. So, women's college basketball. I got to rewind a little bit because we've been going for a couple weeks. So some of these things have already, But women's college basketball championship was a couple weeks ago. LSU defeated Iowa in the championship. Caitlin Clark for Iowa was the story, along with Angel Reese of
That's my white cousin. In case you ain't know.
Thank you. Caitlin Clark is Left's white cousin. Yes. White cousin is wild.
She dropped buckets, dog. She dropped buckets.
So that was the matchup in the finals. Iowa upset South Carolina and Philly's own Dawn Staley. Shout out to Dawn. Always repping us to the T, and we appreciate that very, very much. How many fucking pairs of glasses do you have? I know that's like at least the second pair I've seen this evening. What are you doing over there?
I got like 5 pair in the car.
Okay.
I gotta connect. I'll put you down.
Please do. I wouldn't be mad at the put down. All right. So LSU defeated Iowa after, a lot of trash talking and bullshitting and all that. Congratulations to LSU. That is not the discussion that we are having right now immediately. The discussion we are having right now immediately is perception, because a lot of what we talked about so far has been race-based, and this is a little bit too, and that just is what it is. Now, tell me how you feel, Brother Lev, about the perception, and I'll get very specific, because I know you. If I give you that broad avenue, you can really get to going. I'm gonna be very specific as to the reception of the trash talk after the South Carolina upset from Iowa, and then the reception of the trash talk after the LSU defeat of Iowa. And in your opinion, although I know the answer to this, I just want to hear the crux of your argument. Is that based on the skin color of the athletes in question? And if so, please elaborate.
Well, KP, I'm glad you asked me that. Because when Iowa thwarted South Carolina.
Thwarted is fucking wild. Go ahead.
Mainstream media had a field day with praises for Iowa. Was it the Hawkeyes, correct?
Yes.
They loved the Iowa Hawkeyes. Caitlin Clark was fierce and tenacious and
a competitor. Oh, don't forget competitor.
A wonderful competitor. She was allowed to express herself thoroughly.
Expression. That was a big word after the first game.
She was able to express herself thoroughly without any banter that would make her seem as if she were being there was no negative banter that was thrust in her direction.
Pause. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
You can't even pause that. That's like, I know I paused on the unnecessary one.
No, I was just playing though. I cleared that one immediately. I was very much just joking about my pause.
But yeah, like they was bigging her up. Like, yeah, she fierce, she a competitor. This is what it's all about. What was it? 3 days later?
2. Yep.
2 days later.
1 wake up, nigga. Well, 2 wake ups. So yeah, it was 2 wake ups.
This is fucking classless. This is Bush League.
Class, yo, the Barstool Boy was tight. He was tight. Yo, it was so many people though. Like, the best one that I saw was Keith Olbermann, right? Now, Keith Olbermann used to do Sports Center, but now he's like this weird dude on Twitter that I don't really get. But the whole point is that he saw the championship game, but had not in any way, shape, or form checked in on the previous round. So he went on into the whole classless, this, that, and the third. Cool beans, bro. Then somebody was like, well, this happened the night before. So then he had to double back, but his double back wasn't my bad. His double back was, oh, the white bitch is trash too. So, oh shit.
Hey,
Yo,
keep the
I
same
couldn't
energy.
even be mad at that. He was like, you know what? Fuck them both. Okay. If fuck them both is your stance,
I could rock with you on
we
that.
in good shape. I'm okay with fuck them both. I got a problem when you start to get particular about who you don't like and was no, that's the bullshit. But if fuck them both is your stance, cool, fuck them both. I'm not mad at fuck them
I
both.
can get down with you with fucking both.
Hey man, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. So yeah.
So, but also the shit that I like, the fact that the first lady decided that she was going to invite both schools instead of just inviting the champion.
Here's the thing, Miss Jill Biden, your Madam President. I don't know how the fuck y'all supposed to say. Whatever your title is, ma'am. My problem is this, right? You said that shit in an effort to like on some weird unity shit. Like that's what you was trying to do. You was trying to like, hey, bring everybody together. But what you did by accident was you said, we're not gonna do what we usually do for y'all. I mean, for everybody else, for y'all, we're gonna switch it up. And that appeared disrespectful because there was already undertones of disrespect prior to. So, Miss Jill Biden, what you did was you did not read the room. You did an awful job of reading the room, regardless of when the comment was made, because people trying to punch it and say she made the comment like without knowing the outcome. I ain't trying to hear that shit. That shit don't mean nothing to me. She was wrong. And motherfuckers got to own that. Now, I will applaud Angel because Angel said she is going to go when they go because her team wants to go and she's going to do what the team feels is best, regardless of her personal feelings. Her stance hasn't changed on it, but she is going to go. And I respect that. That's a good leader. That's what a good leader does. I would expect that out of one of my players in that same situation. So I do applaud her for that.
My question to you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you talk to your team about it?
Well, the season is most of my team is running track right now, so I have not got to officially or formally gather with my girls since the season ended. But and this is more related to the game itself and to the Final Four run. I do have the last 3 LSU games queued up in my YouTube just because before, as we do preseason work and workouts, I'm going to use a lot of that. Not just basketball shit, but inspirational shit and just hard work, focus, and dedication shit so they can really see, like, we got to take this up another notch if we want to be the team that we think we can be. And not just them, but me too. You know what I mean? Everybody has to be able to do that. So, yeah, though. We'll see, man.
All right. So
but yes, I will definitely be exposing them to a lot of the things that happened. I feel like Angel's leadership just was incredible throughout that run. So many big moments for her, not just in basketball, but just in showing her team that it was like every time they needed a bucket, she got a bucket. Every time they needed a board, she got a board. Every time they needed to stop, it was her rebound that ended the possession. Like every time it was a crucial moment, she was somewhere in the play. And most times it wasn't the bucket. You understand what I'm saying? Most times it's not the bucket. It's drawing the double team. It's the screen. It's all those things, man. And I'm just so glad that people got to see women's basketball and really focus on the quality of the basketball. Like these girls can play, y'all. Like they not just out there like running dumbass basic b-ball drills and not really putting no flair to it. These young ladies can play some goddamn basketball. I see it. I coach it. I have 2 excellent guards on my team. These girls are playing at a different level, and to have them showcased in the way that they were, and have the whole country. The women's Final Four was infinitely more exciting than the men's Final Four this year. Infinitely more. It was much better. And I know more people still watch the men's Final Four, but the women's Final Four was way better than the men's Final Four this year. Not even close. So, if nothing else comes of all of this, I hope that exposure and that energy that has been injected into women's basketball and people being fans of it continues. I really hope it continues because it's a good product, y'all. If you really enjoy the game, if you want to see if you want to see Steph shoot 31-foot threes all day, you might not get that. And something now, Caitlin Clark can pull up from anywhere though, so you might be about to get that. Like, because sis take 30-footers for no reason at all. So we might be on the way to even evolving to that. But it's a great brand of basketball, and if you enjoy the game itself, watch that shit. I promise you will not be in any way, shape, or form disappointed. All right. I think that's all the racial shit. I don't want any more.
Oh, question. Like being that, we're speaking on the speaking on your team. Who do you use for inspiration? Like as far as the pep talks and shit like that, like shit to get your girls hype, or just on focus.
I mean, I wouldn't say I use any one or thing. It's different days to different games. I'm very big on, because it's public league, we play in the same division. So, we're now building rapport with teams that we either beat twice, split with, or lost to twice, depending on, because this is our second full year of varsity. So last year I did, in year one, there wasn't really a lot because it was COVID. It was just the only motivation we really needed was to know we were actually able to play basketball. So year one was different. Year two, what I had to do a lot of, or what I did a lot of, was I did a lot of reaching back, remembering, hey, this is what happened last time we came into this building. This is what happened last time we played this team. These are the things we did wrong. These are the things we need to correct. And I would use that, and I would have one stat. Like, I'm weird when I coach. I can literally watch the game and keep stats. Like, I can remember how many free throws we missed. I can remember all our turnovers, because that's just a coach. That's just the brain of a coach. So I'll say shit like this at the beginning of the game. Last time we turned the ball over 6 times in the first half against this team. Let's see how much better let's see how many more we can beat them by in this half when we turn the ball over less than 3 times. And then that's the goal. And then in their mind, that's what we focused on. Now, if we hit the goal or if we don't, whatever the case is. But I try not to use people and things. And I try to use real motivation. This is your goal from last time. This is what we did before. Do better this time because we're more prepared. I do it in practice, and then it rolls over into the game. So I don't, because I don't like being cheesy, because kids can see through that, bro. And you don't want the risk of giving. You don't want to run the risk of losing them, because once you lost them, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know. Well,
okay.
But that's interesting. Nobody's ever asked. I don't get to talk about it very much unless I'm talking with other coaches. So that was dope.
No, because for me, I've been using I would say morning inspiration every day. My drive to work, it's rare that I play music now. I'm real big on listening to Eric Thomas. E.T. the hip hop preacher.
I know you're talking about.
I listen to him almost every single day. If it's not him, it's David Goggins. Just on the strength of, you gotta keep moving. Whatever it is that you're doing, you gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving. You feel like you feel like giving up. Keep moving. Because the moment you stop, you get further away from your goal.
Facts.
So that's I was just wondering if you ever you ever put your girls up on game when it came to people like that. Like, yo, check this out.
So I am not. I don't want to discredit
Right.
the effectiveness of motivational speakers. That's not something I want to do, because some of that shit really, when you hear certain stories or when you hear it put to you in a certain way, it really does touch you in a way that makes you want to be better. It makes you want to tap into your better self. And I don't have any beef with that at all. My problem is that I think we give these dudes a little too much credit for conversations that we've had in other places with other people, maybe just not with the you need to and then like with all the extra shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing that nigga ain't saying in there that some niggas like me or your other, like any, like that niggas, maybe not all in one chunk, but as you've heard all that shit before.
Right.
Like none of the shit he's saying is foreign to you. He's just putting it on a pretty plate for you, and it is making you feel better about yourself. And not you specifically, I'm just saying in general. Like, so I don't, like I said, I don't want to discredit the value of that, because sometimes you just need to hear it. And that's great. But niggas be giving them niggas too much credit, yo. Like, they really do. Like, you do that work.
Yeah, because like
motivate you.
No, and I get it. Like, at the end of the day, you know what you're supposed to be doing.
Dig me?
You know what you're supposed to be doing.
Some nigga with a fitted hat at the front of a green screen. I mean, with slides and shit, talking loud with a whistle around his neck. Like, that shit motivates you differently than you and your niggas at the bar. Like, yo, my nigga, get your life together. Fuck is you doing? Like, it should be the same thing, but it's not, because that's just, for some reason, niggas like TED Talks and shit like that. That's the type of shit that motherfuckers listen to. Like, and again, I'm talking shit. I don't want to devalue those things. That's all real shit. But,
and speaking of TED Talks, Corday should never do another one.
Corday did a TED Talk?
Yeah, I said it. Yep, Corday did it.
About what?
I cut it off after like the first 7 minutes, because it was just like, I don't like, I just can't. Like, you too bland. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Why the fuck would Corday do a TED Talk? That's wild. All right. 1 hour and 2 minutes in. Literally Anything podcast for the people. KP left, aka Ghost Teddy McDonald, in the building this evening. What's up to everybody in the comments? Karen, Aaliyah, Neo, what's going on, peoples? And anybody else who has not commented that may be watching, appreciate y'all for checking in. We are 1 hour in, got a little less than an hour left. Try and keep them, we keep them under 2 now for the replays, because the replays have been working. I think the replays are bringing the traffic to the other shit too, and that might have something to do with the Spotify numbers. But either way, it's us. We here. Get well, Jamie Foxx. Let's send those out right now. It was a press release saying he had a medical event. Some were speculating that it may have been a stroke. We do not care what it was. We care that Jamie gets better. Get well, Mr. Jamie Foxx. People, I think in general, Jamie's one of the very few people that I feel gets his flowers in real time. A lot of times we have incredibly talented people that we simply just don't appreciate enough while we have their talent, and then we delve into it later and we're like, oh my God, we lost such a legend. No, Jamie, everybody knows that motherfucker could do whatever it is you need him to do well.
Yo.
Sing, act, write, play piano, like, yo, Jamie does every motherfucker.
And on top of that, he brings so many people together. It's so many people whose career was forwarded by just a chance interaction with Jamie Foxx.
Right.
Like, he'll sit back, he's sit back and telling the stories about how you know how him and Kanye came up with the what's in it, the Slow Jam song,
Right.
and was it, I think he told stories about Justin Bieber, all sorts of fucking people, like just because him having little parties at his house and turn the party into a fucking listening party, and you do this and you do that, and then next thing you know, somebody got a fucking record deal. Like he's been a conduit for a lot of people, you know, and
No,
that's the reason.
Fox one of them.
And that's the reason why he always get his flowers, is because he always shared his light.
Right. That's important.
You know, a lot of people get to a certain place and forget that people helped them get there. And he's one of the people who doesn't. You know, he doesn't forget that people helped him get to where he's at, and he passes it on.
Right. No, he does a great job of it. And like I said, man, you will be hard pressed to find anybody to say anything bad about Jamie Foxx. Like,
other than LL Cool J.
Well. Yo, did you see that picture of him in cannabis? Like the most recent John? Man.
I'm about to look it up.
Bro, if cannabis don't look like he just took another L simply by posing for this picture with this nigga, man, like, bro look like his whole ass dad in that picture. Like nigga, you 50 and this nigga look like your dad. Like, the fuck is you doing out here, bro? That shit look crazy. But you know, whatever. LL cannabis. But no, Jamie Foxx, man, like, incredibly talented dude, man. Just like insanely talented for no fucking reason at all, man. Just like I said, you don't miss. That boy don't miss. You don't miss. So please get well, Mr. Fox, as soon as possible. Oh, I skipped over one. All right, I'm gonna circle back real quick. You know what? I'm gonna table that. Nope, we're gonna go to this next one. What I saw on Twitter, you see, you're looking at the picture. I can tell by the way you're laughing. You can tell by the way you're laughing that you're looking at the picture. Looking like this man's groupie uncle or groupie nephew. Like, it's just stupid ass down, bro. We are coming up to the Twitter moment of the week. I knew I was forgetting. So, my favorite Twitter moment this week. Someone tweeted, I don't know who the person was. I'm not going to give them their credit for their tweet. It went viral. They don't need me. Someone tweeted, it's time for Juvie to have a Tiny Desk concert. Okay. NPR Tiny Desk, for those of you who don't know, is a concert series, quote unquote, concert in quotation marks, where they go to a library, play in front of a live band about 3 or 4 songs in their catalog, or more, depending on who does it and how they want to do it. That is what NPR Tiny Desk is. Some of the artists that have done NPR Tiny Desk, let's go Thames, T-Pain is one of my favorite ones. Chance the Rapper's done one. Jodeci. Usher is if all of the watch this clip, that's from an NPR Tiny Desk. Mac Miller has my favorite NPR Tiny Desk ever. Just me personally, you know, everybody has their own opinion. But again, it's a concert series. Someone suggested that Juvenile of Back That Ass Up fame is Toby. Yes, Karen. Toby has an incredible NPR Tiny Desk. Yes, he is in my top 3. I want to say Toby, T-Pain, and Mac Miller are my 3 favorite Tiny Desks ever. That's probably my top 3. Usher, strong consideration in there, but I think those are my favorite 3. Either way, Juvenile, again, of Back That Ass Up fame, someone says should have a Tiny Desk. Juvenile retweets or quote tweets the tweet and says, first off, what the fuck is a tiny desk? And second, no. That was the tweet. So I'm assuming people got in Juvie's ear and gave him like the research on what NPR Tiny Desk was and he's like, all right, y'all put it out there. If this tweet gets 10,000 likes, I'll do it. Now, cool story, bro. That shit's sitting on like 6,000 this morning. The tweet was out for like 2 days, like a day and a half. It might get to 10, but it's going to take a while. It ain't happened the way everybody thought it was going to happen. Juvie couldn't get 10,000 niggas to want him to go on Tiny Desk. And I'm not mad because...
Wait, you already know what's coming. G-Code, nigga. G-Code, nigga. G-Code, nigga. I ain't no pushy ass nigga.
You understand?
Like Billy Gorilla. You understand?
Like, I want to hear... I want to hear that song on a live band.
You get your issue if you're playing with me.
I want to hear 400 Degrees with a live band.
Ain't about to let no nigga fuck old, man.
I didn't want none of this when I first heard this idea, though. But as niggas was putting certain songs in the comments, and in my mind, I'm like, damn, Ghetto Children on a live band would be fire as shit. But till then,
I'm gonna be begging behind a project building.
Yeah. Yo, I wasn't mad at it. So I hope that tweet gets to 10,000, but only if he puts certain people on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, certain songs.
Like, when you said that shit made all the sense in the fucking world to me. That's why I had to put the motherfucking, you know what I mean? I had to put the joints back on, the buffs back on.
Bro,
like,
Ghetto Children with a live band would be crazy. Like he got to get the right set list, but he can really make that shit fire. But I'll be very surprised if it happens, but I will certainly tune in if it does.
And he got to have a song, something that got BG in it, so that, you know, being at BG home now, you know, we can get BG in front of a camera.
Right. That would be fire. So the other thing that I saw on Twitter, and sometimes I think people, again, I am fully of the belief that some of y'all post that shit and don't believe none of it. I will not come off of that stance. I feel like people post shit on Twitter and on IG and on Facebook that they really don't believe in their heart, but they say it because it gets some likes and makes them go viral and gives them a following. This is one of those things that I think people just don't just say to say. A nigga had the nerve to tweet, and I'm going to be upfront. I'm a huge fan of this artist. Huge fan. But sit the fuck down. Nigga had a nerve to tweet that Trey Songz was the only person who could give Usher a run in the verses. Now, I want y'all to really chill for a second, right? I'm a Trey Songz fan. Huge fucking Trey Songz fan. Especially them first 3-4 albums. Them shits was crazy. It got to a point where I felt like bro was putting out an album every 3 months, though. Like, he had a run where he was doing a little too much, and I think but I digress. I could pick all my favorite 20 songs out of Trey's catalog, and it's probably still gonna lose the Confessions. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, yo? Like, there's R&B wise, outside of the molester nigga in jail, I don't know that there's a nigga who can stand on that stage with Usher. You could say Chris Brown, but are they gonna have a dance off? Because then Chris Brown might got a chance because Usher's a little older now. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
on roller skates, nigga.
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm just saying. I don't. Am I wrong? And like, is Trey's catalog stronger than I'm giving it credit for? And or am I overrating Usher's catalog? Because if we're being real, My Way, 8701, Confessions, Stop. It's a few songs after that, but full great albums. There, he got some spots after those 3 albums, but
you can like see. This is the thing about Usher that wins him the battle hands down. His features, because that's still him. It's still him.
True.
A Trey Songz feature. What?
Yeah, good job. Yeah, no, you're right. Look, like I said, that was my whole thought process from the beginning. But I was trying to see if I was overrating or underrating somebody, like because. All right, so Karen's in the comments. Karen says Usher's production is better. Usher hands down. Like I said, and this is from Trey got some shit. Like we not even gonna act like Trey don't got some shit, but like, do we got like Confessions type classic shit?
Like that Confessions album from front to back.
Yeah, man. Like Superstar, Let It Burn, like
Let It Burn.
Man. Seduction, Throwback, like Kiss verse on Throwback is still just crazy. Told me I was going one back. Should have believed it. Now wishing he could throw me back to that exact spot where we found LOVE at. Lose some, then I lose again. When I'm going to win some. Yeah, he was cooking on that joint, talking crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, Climax is one of the posts. It's after them 3 albums. That's one of them hits. Climax is that shit. Yo, the best shit ever. If you go to karaoke and the niggas sing Usher Climax at karaoke, you about to have a show. Especially if they really been drinking. Man, oh man, that's gonna be a goofy situation. You about to be entertained like a motherfucker at that karaoke. I promise you. Usher's range is better. Yeah, I'll say that. This isn't even for me, honestly, about the talent of the singers. I think they're both good singers, like really good, great, certainly better than my black ass. I'm more about the work. So is the work better, and it was the work comparable? And I don't know that it is. I don't know.
I'm just waiting to go to karaoke, on like a Tuesday night. You know
a spot
where I could sing and do my thing.
Nah, man, bro, you lost me. I'm done. This podcast
this
to the people.
You, Kev. This ain't for you. This ain't
definitely not for me.
I
definitely know that's not for me. We are hour and 17 and me and my guy left over here talking crazy, having a little fun. We got about a half hour left. Couple more subjects to get to. We in the music flow.
Okay. So, wait. So
go ahead.
Are there places that do karaoke? Yes. Balla do karaoke on Tuesday nights.
As much as I go there, I never knew that.
Charlie B's does karaoke.
Uptown?
Every Charlie B's does karaoke.
Okay.
Every single Charlie B's does karaoke. I was actually at Charlie B's one night and a song was playing. I happened to be singing a little bit with the song. Some lady came up to me, was like, "Oh my God, you could sing." I'm like, "A little bit." She like, you think that we could exchange numbers, like we could go practice together and we could I'm like, whoa, lady. Lady.
The fuck?
Whoa, lady. Chill out, lady. I had a woman at the time. I'm like, I don't think my woman would appreciate you walking up on me talking about something. Can we exchange numbers? I'm gonna bring her here and we gonna settle the situation and shit. Then
so we could practice though.
Yeah, dog. She was a little sad.
Wow, Shorty tried to pull you. Oh, she said, "Bring it here, nigga." That's great. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Well, Mike pulling the old bitches with his voice at the karaoke. Good to know, my guy.
Hey, man. You know how walk down South Street, sing a little bit. People look. This nigga.
Do.
I ain't even gonna do it to y'all. I'm not gonna do it to y'all. I'm just let you know, my mirror, my chrome heart's looking nice.
That black ass nigga still got a career after singing that Coca-Cola shit.
Always
still around right now
older.
to this day.
Yeah.
Oh, another quick little spin around before we get to my next subject. I don't want to forget this. Shame on you motherfuckers who was saying that Andrew Wiggins had left the team because his best friend fucked his wife and all this other shit. Y'all niggas love to talk some crazy shit, man. Like, I hate y'all. Like, I really fucking hate y'all. Like, because that shit wasn't nowhere near true. That man's dad was in peril. He was in a bad way, and he was trying to handle his business with his father. And y'all got people out here thinking that his wife just sucking random dicks out in the world, and that's not okay for nobody. What the fuck, yo? Like, the stories aren't even close for that to be that far off. That's crazy. You just want to rock? That's all you doing?
That's all they did. They just wanted to rock. They wanted to do something like
shit retarded, man. Like, oh, I hate it. So as we stay on music real quick, I want to circle back on something that we talked about several times for several different reasons on the show. And that is the song by J. Cole and Benny the Butcher, Johnny P's Caddy. Johnny P's Caddy, certified gold. Now, here's the part that surprised me, although not as much after I thought about it. That is the first plaque any of the three Griselda members have earned for any song. None of them have a plaque. That is the first plaque any of the three Griselda members for anything have earned. And I'm surprised because Conway got shits with M, and I would have thought they would be gold, but clearly not. Are you surprised by that?
Actually, I am.
Like, no plaques at all?
But then we're going by sales and not streams.
I think they find a way to factor that in now, though, don't they? Like, X amount of streams equals a sale or some shit like that.
But you gotta think about the fact that a stream is worth.
We got Kobe back. I don't know if you noticed. Kobe's back.
I fainted him.
Yeah.
A stream is worth a percentage of a penny.
Right. But either way, if
a percentage of a penny. So if you think about that, if you think about the fact that all right, it takes 500,000 sales to equal up to a gold album or a gold song. It has to sell 500,000 copies. Now, what's the equivalent of that? Like, all right, so let's say that song costs $1.29. Because if you buy the single off of a streaming service, it's gonna cost you like $1.29.
Right.
How many times over does that song have to stream
a lot
just to equal that
whole fucking
$1.29?
A whole lot. A whole lot.
You dig what I'm saying?
A whole fucking lot, bro. No, I feel you. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game.
Yeah.
So again, I was surprised more from the Conway angle because I think Conway's had more mainstream exposure than the other two, than Gunn or
Benny.
I feel like they had enough tracks with enough people that one of them shits would have got a plaque by now. But that's wild that this is, and maybe I don't know. Maybe it's Cole that did it this time. I mean, because those two verses were a hot topic of discussion on this show. Mm-hmm. As I was very wrong about my initial assessment because I admit I defend Benny and Freddie Gibbs with
a certain amount of
bias. Yeah, like I do. I have an admitted bias when it comes to those two gentlemen. They are two of my favorite rappers doing it right now, and in my mind, they don't miss often. But in this particular case, and Benny still didn't miss.
I was about to say, Benny didn't miss.
He still didn't miss.
He just
that part held true. Just
he just happened to be in the
stratosphere that day.
Yeah.
Some like glasses.
It's a buzzsaw. Like you ran to a buzzsaw.
Like collecting his bread and mass like he a Catholic teacher. Like
that was a triple entendre right there.
Collecting his bread and mass like he a Catholic preacher.
Like not like we deal with double entendres all the time. That one was a triple.
Yo, boy can rap well. That's it ain't really a whole lot to be said other than that. My guy's a good rapper. New, improved. No, yeah, he's definitely a good rapper. Mm-hmm. But I was very impressed by that, man. I was very impressed and I was very happy. So NBA playoffs start. Playing games started a couple days ago. The last spot in each conference will be decided tomorrow evening. In the West, it will either be Oklahoma City or who do they play tomorrow? New Orleans, I believe. Why am I drawing them? No, Minnesota. Oklahoma City or Minnesota. The winner of the Oklahoma City Minnesota game gets the 8th spot in the Western Conference, and they will earn the opportunity to go up against, I believe, who the hell is the number 1 seed in the West? Why don't I know that? Is it Denver? I think it's Denver.
It's Denver.
Yeah. So whoever wins between Oklahoma City and Minnesota will play Denver, and the Chicago Bulls will play the Miami Heat for the right to battle against the Milwaukee Bucks and get swept. That's just how I feel like that's going to happen. But the rest of the playoffs are set. We will not get into the entire bracket. There are some interesting matchups. I think that Sacramento Golden State series is going to be interesting, although I still think Golden State is going to win in the end of it. It's going to be fun, though.
Shout out to Jordan Poole.
Indeed. He dropped all that bread on Ice Spice, and niggas is acting goofy like he don't got bread. Like, it's weird.
He's
like
a basketball player.
Like, nigga, if you got it, you can do that kind of shit. So, like, he is simp because y'all can't afford it. Y'all stupid. You stupid. Shout out to Izzy Dre. That is one of my favorite fucking follows on the
show. Yeah.
He's fucking hilarious, bro. Yeah. He's a funny dude. Who do y'all play first round? Okay, Mike's a Knicks fan for those who don't know. Jesus Christ.
No,
who do the Knicks play?
We play Cleveland.
Knicks Cavs first round.
Yeah, this is going to be a good ass series.
It's going to be a great series. You guys are what, the 4 seed?
We're the 5. They're the 4.
So they're the 4. Okay, it's the 4 or 5 matchup though.
Yeah, I was actually like, I'm like, man, if I could get a motherfucking ticket, if I can get a ticket.
Madison Square Garden, goofy. You ain't getting no ticket in there, bro.
Shit.
So I do not know who I like in y'all series, and I have not been able to assess that just yet. I love that the Lakers had the Grizzlies because that's going to be a one of them because Bron's gonna Bron, but is AD gonna last? That's what's going to determine.
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, fragile motherfucker, man. So if they can figure out a way to
fragile, he's fragile. That nigga's fragile.
That shit is sad. If they figure out a way to get through with AD, man, they're gonna surprise some people. I'm not saying they're gonna beat the Grizzlies, but if AD stays healthy for the whole series and they at this current trajectory, that series could be fun. I don't know who 4 or 5 is in the West. Don't care. Suns, Clippers. Suns gonna dub them because it's the Clippers. I don't need to know anything else. It's the Clippers. Elsewhere in the East, the Celtics get 3-6. Who do the Celtics get? I don't. Doesn't matter. Whoever it is, they gonna beat them. I mean, 2-7 is what I meant to say. Sixers are 3-6. They got Brooklyn. I can't imagine that's going to take more than 5 games. It's just no reason for it to. Like,
Hi, Ben Simmons.
Bob Ben Simmons. Like, hi, Rihanna. Like, it's definitely
Bye, Rihanna.
Rihanna. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, Ben Simmons really still sit on the bench with the team for the games. Like, you know, I was still off on that nigga. Like, that's the nigga Rudy Gobert should have swung on. Like, I was still off on that nigga in front of everybody. Like, nigga, you don't even play. Fuck you sitting on the bench smiling for. Like, that would bother the shit out of me. The competitor in me would want to punch on him. Like, do you even care, my guy?
Taking a knife for that.
Shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. So what's your assessment of the Knicks Cavs series as a Knicks fan? Let me hear your input on this, brother.
All right. First of all, fucking Donovan Mitchell was a freak of nature.
He's a different dude.
Yeah. And I feel like it's apropos that we would be playing them in the first round of the playoffs, being that he should have been a Knick. Like he should, like,
for what the Cavs gave up to get him, y'all could have gave that up. But I don't know that y'all would be this good because part of the reason why y'all so good is because y'all deep.
Yeah. And that's the thing that that's the reason why I feel we have the advantage.
Also, y'all didn't have a player as good as Colin Sexton that y'all was willing to give up. That's another thing. Got to keep that in mind because Sexton can play. But go ahead.
Like, I feel like we as a team, like we had the advantage because like we've really got people coming off the bench dropping buckets. Like, and like we gelled at the right time of the season. You know, like,
you guys have been playing really well over the last 2 months. The last 2 months of Knicks basketball has been quality basketball. But that wasn't your first real good stretch. But you guys are healthy in this stretch. You have everybody now. Whereas y'all had pieces missing during some other good stretches. But this is the stretch as the team you should be.
And Julius Randle has surprised the fuck out of me.
Not me. Julius plays great in the regular season. I need to see.
No, that too. But he surprised the fuck out of me because he had the All-Star season. It wasn't last season, it was the season before. Had the All-Star season. Then he fell off last year because he got that fucking contract.
Well, you know.
And, you know, he got comfortable.
Contract-itis is real.
But during this run, this motherfucker been shooting lights out. Like, this motherfucker, like his 3-point percentage is going up. He knocking down everything.
His 3-point percentage is going up because he's taking better threes. His shot selection is better. He still shoots some dumbass shots, but not as many, and not as many in the fucking fourth quarter. Yeah, so what I want to see from Julius Randle during this series, number one, with the addition of Brunson is so underrated for y'all because Jay can get a bucket when he wants.
I didn't even think Brunson was going to be this good for us. I didn't.
Let me explain to you
because of the fact that I was looking at the possibility of having Donovan Mitchell. It was like, all right. I mean, I guess
Jay ain't Donovan, but Jalen Brunson is a bucket.
Yeah, he ain't no slouch.
He a bucket out there when he want to be, bro. Like, and on top of that, he a bucket in moments. Like, he not scared of the moment, and that's what y'all need. Y'all need somebody like that because Julius Randle can't be your number one because Julius Randle still hates to go right. He still hates his right side, his right hand, the right side of the court. He just hates right. He's better this year, but he's still not good enough to be your primary shooter in the clutch in the playoffs. Because if you double him and stop that left, he gives that ball up still. I want to see him be confident and either make a play out of that double or find a way to beat it, like before it gets there. Like, put something in your bag that beats that double, whether it's a fadeaway over your left shoulder or whatever the case is, over your right shoulder. I mean, like, you gotta put something in your bag that beats that. I want to see if he's really ready for that challenge, because Atlanta made him look stupid last year. The Hawks made him look goofy last year.
Yeah, he's the Kirk Cousins of the he's the Kirk Cousins of the NBA until he proves otherwise.
That shit was definitely crazy.
So I was telling people, I've been telling people this before this season. Like, I've been telling people this for maybe 2 seasons. Immanuel Quickley is a fucking problem.
I like Quigley. I like Quentin Grimes a little better, but I'm biased. He went to Kansas.
Quickley is a fucking problem, and people starting to see it. Grimes is nice. I'm like, but there's less tape on Grimes as opposed to, Quickley.
Fair enough.
And
but yeah, man. I like your team to win the first. After that, don't know. Don't know after that, man.
It's the playoffs. It's all about dogfights.
Yeah, man. It'll be interesting. I'm like I said, Sixers, I like him in 5. Joe is he's insane. And Nick Claxton is going to be so overmatched. And I don't know. I hate Spencer Dinwiddie's game. I like Cam Johnson a lot. I like the other kid that dropped a 50 burger on him the other day. I like his game a lot too. Who
was that? Mikal Bridges?
No, not Bridges. I like Bridges. I hate Bridges being the number 1 offensive option. That's the reason why I don't trust the Nets to win shit. Like, if Mikal Bridges is your number 1, since he's gotten there, he's the number 1 offensive option. That can't ever be. And that's with
any team.
Mound of respect to that man. Like, check me and bust. Like, he will cook me on any barbecue chicken on any day of the week. But, my nigga, you should not be the number 1 scoring option on any NBA team. I don't give a fuck. There's no reason why Mikal Bridges should be the number 1 option, and he is. And that's going to work in some spaces. But in a 7-game series against the Philadelphia 76ers with the should-be MVP on their team, I just don't think that's going to be enough. Prove me wrong. We'll see. But I don't think you'll be proving me wrong. I think in 5 games you'll be home, because that shit don't look good at all. But they play the game for that reason. We shall see. Colonel Cologne, you got anything for us this week, man?
Shit, man. I sure do. We in springtime. So you want something that's nice and airy. So we gonna fuck with goddamn. This is Prada Lone Water Splash.
Now, the other thing we're gonna have to start doing with these reviews, man, you gotta start MSRPing us, like, so we know how much them shit's gonna run us.
All right. I'm gonna MSRP you this one right now.
Right.
And we got Great Market too, so you can go on apps like fragrancenet.com. Let's see, what is the price on?
This is the Colonel Cologne segment for those of you who haven't joined us in a while. We started this in season 3. Left just buys cologne out of habit. It's kind of like cocaine for him. So we take advantage of his addiction and give y'all cologne tips for the brothers. So y'all can get your smell good on. All right. Make them want to do this distracting shit to you. So
this right here, and it's funny because I've had this. I bought this over a year ago. You can find it on FragranceNet for $105.
Okay. What's the name of it again?
Prada L'Homme Water Splash.
Prada L'Homme. M as in monkey. Nigga. No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry.
It's like, okay, so Prada has a line, the L'Homme line. They have a lot of different fragrances in that line, but this one was a springtime fragrance for them, and it's nice, good. Like,
now, is this more of a daily or a special spring, or this more like a daily?
You could do this on a daily. Like, this is something you could do during the day. It's not something that's overbearing.
Okay.
It's not going to have people in the office or wherever you work talking about something. The fuck this?
Yeah, it ain't gonna choke them up. Right.
It's not going to choke nobody up.
Okay.
Let me.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah, like
put your nose on your phone screen and you're gonna smell Prada Loam water splash. I'm lying. And if your dumb ass did it, take a screenshot and send it to me.
It got a powdery, it's almost powdery. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But it worked. Like it really
clean
worked.
Smell.
Nice clean out the shower smell.
I like that as a description.
Nice
that
clean out the shower smell. It's wonderful.
Prada Loam Splash, about $100 and some dollars.
Prada Loam water splash.
Spring fragrance for you. Next one.
Yeah. So that's that one right there is a good daytime joint. And we gonna fuck with you for the nighttime, cause this shit work at like nigga. It don't last, like this isn't something that's going to stay on your skin all day. But
what's the name of it? Give us the name of it.
This is Valentino. This one is Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. Like these motherfuckers be having some long ass
names. Yeah.
This is Coral Fantasy.
Coral Fantasy Valentino. Okay.
Yo. That shit
for them good summer nights, spring evenings,
for the nighttime, like spray this shit on. I'm trying to tell, like,
this nigga talk about cologne the way some niggas talk about ribs. Like you just you pulled it off for the, oh my god. The way a country nigga talk about brisket is how left talk about cologne.
Like, but it's sweet, almost to the like almost sticky type sweet, and got good projection. Like like this shit. Like you walk past the motherfucker, the sillage, which is central. Like you walk past people, motherfuckers' head going to turn. Like, yo, who the fuck is that? What the fuck they got on? This is one of them. What the fuck you got on joints? So you going out, wait till you get in the car and you about to get out the fucking car to go in wherever you about to go in. And walk in that motherfucker. These motherfuckers, nigga. Yeah, this one of them ones.
Valentino Coral what?
Coral
Fantasy.
That shit do it. That's the nighttime joint.
And how much that go for about?
This one was what's this? This is the 1.4 ounce bottle, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That shit went for matter of fact 1.7 ounces. This went for I believe 95. They got a 100 ml bottle. That shit is like 120 something.
See, and that's not awful prices because I've seen them get much higher than that. 100 is a good median. So those are the two fragrances for the week.
This was in the twos.
Yeah, 2 fragrances for the week from my man Colonel Cologne. We're gonna go with the Prada. Was it? Would you say Prada?
Prada Loam Water Splash.
Prada Loam Water Splash for about 105. And Valentino Coral Fantasy. That's what it's the name is much longer, but we calling it Valentino Coral Fantasy for 95 or so. Mm-hmm. So that's my guy, Colonel Cologne. Now we gonna spin the block and get into these closing thoughts. It's a little early, but we ain't gonna force to if we ain't got to. So we're gonna get into these closing thoughts, get ready to shut this joint down for the week. Appreciate everybody who tapped in with us. We know it was light with just having me and left, but fuck it, we had some fun, enjoyed ourselves. Hope you did too. Brother left goes to Teddy McDonald. Closing thought, my guy. What's on your mind?
Love on your folks, man. Love on your folks. And this ain't the first time y'all heard me say that shit. It ain't gonna be the last. Love on your folks, man. Tell your people how you feel about them while they here. You feel a certain way about a person. You want a person to go after. Do what you got to do to make sure you happy in this life that you live. Because when that shit all over with, at least you be able to say, I did what I wanted with who I wanted when I was, and I enjoyed my life as much as I possibly could.
That's a big jump, though, man. Like enjoying life.
Love on who love you.
That's important because that speaks to pouring into the motherfuckers who pour into you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Giving energy to the things that give you energy. All that good shit. So I had a lot of places. Again, you know, I think about this shit, like what I'm gonna say in these moments, because I think these are the most like pointed, clarifying, like clear moments that I have during the show. Like the beginning and ever sometimes the middle just becomes a muck of nonsense. But I appreciate the opportunities given to me, and I appreciate the blessings that have been, you know, placed upon me. But I also, within that, recognize that while people have been there and I had to have certain things put in place for me to be successful, also, a lot of the shit that I do, I work real fucking hard at and I'm good at. And people don't see you enough when you humble, man. Like, it's unfortunate, but humble don't get you recognized a lot. Sometimes it does if you have the patience for it. Like, I'm good at this shit I do, y'all. And I'm not talking about just this podcast. I'm talking about anything that I really take my time and put my heart and soul into. I succeed at it. I've never failed at anything I've really given myself to. Like, even if I didn't hit the top of it, I still don't consider me to be a failure at it. I just wasn't the ultimate success, but I was successful at anything I ever did. But I was never not humble. And I'm really about to start stunting on y'all niggas. Like, I'm really about to start moving on y'all niggas a different way and talking to y'all different and just moving different because y'all gonna respect this talent, man. Like, and that's on any level. And that's just how I feel today, man. I'm talking my shit. This is where I'm at. You niggas gotta start respecting this talent. I work hard as shit for a lot of the shit I do, and I'm about to start working harder, and that's kind of scary. But this podcast shit, all these other things and these incredible like ideas and thoughts and all these people that I know and these experiences that I want to bring to y'all, it's a lot because my ADD overwhelms me and I suffer from depression and I suffer from anxiety. And some days this energy that I got right here is nowhere to be found. And it's hard on them days because my brain wants the energy, but my body won't do it. Or my heart wants it, I should say, but my brain won't let my body do it. I'm really about to start moving different on y'all. This isn't a declaration or a threat or none of that shit. This is just me talking. This is what's on my mind. This is the closing thought for April 13th.
Let me speak.
Number 71. 71 episodes. I put together 71 episodes of a podcast on my porch, bitches. Fuck y'all. Y'all gonna start really, really respecting me. Talk to me nice. That's about to be my motherfucking nickname on the show for the rest of the motherfucking season. Talk to me nice. Y'all niggas gotta stop playing with me.
Let me speak something into that. One of the things I've learned as a person who is climbing towards a goal, I'm not gonna say walking. I'm not gonna say running. We climbing because you're going higher.
Yes.
Humble has never gotten a person to their end goal. It's never gotten a person to their end goal. And I'm gonna give you two people who people looked at as divisive and hated these motherfuckers for talking the shit that they talked. And when you look back at what they said, they was 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing that they said was bullshit. Floyd Mayweather
Mm-hmm.
and LeVar Ball.
I give LeVar a lot of credit, man.
Like
he
these two men talk that fucking talk. Why? Because they knew it was in the fucking future. They knew what fucking work they put in.
Yeah.
Like Floyd knew the work he put in that fucking gym. LeVar knew what work he put in with his sons to make sure that they was great. He knew the position that he was putting his sons in. And he said that his sons was gonna be nice. And look at his fucking sons.
3 sons have played in the NBA. One's really, really good too. The other one's real good, but he's very injury prone. And the other one I always knew wasn't going to be that great, but he's even played in the league. So
yeah.
Excuse me. No, there is a. I said this to one of my students the other day, and one of my coworkers as well. There really is a power in words, bro. No matter how much you don't believe or do believe something, speaking it changes some energy towards it. You have to really understand that there's a power in words, man.
Whatever you believe is what will happen.
Right.
So if you have doubt, then your dream will never come true because you're believing that your dream is too big for you.
Mm-hmm. And it ain't.
If you as a person believe that this is nothing, this is easy. Like all I gotta do is put my fucking feet to the ground and keep moving forward and doing what I've been doing, this shit gonna happen. And it will happen.
I believe in myself wholeheartedly with this, man. I don't take that lightly. With that being said, some things, the way we do some things is going to be adjusted just because of a level of fluidity that I want to maintain. Nothing's changing about the panel. The panel is the panel. We are here. The team will be here. There may be some different faces added to the rotation just because I got this thing in my brain that I want to do, and I'm trying to expand upon it, but I can't say it out loud. I just got to do it, if that makes sense. So just rock with me, y'all. Trust me. Know that all I want to do is put the best product out. I believe I have the pieces to do that, and I'm going to make sure that that's what happens. I do this for the people who support me, who love me, who show me love. I do this for my brother Left. I do this to my man Hood. Yo, say a prayer for my man Hood and his whole family. I know he hasn't been here in a very long time. We don't know when he'll be joining us again. Whenever he's ready to come back, we can't wait to have that brother back in our in the space with us. He would have made a gay joke about that, but we can't wait to have that brother back. We praying for him, his family, his woman's family, and everybody else. Shout out to you, Tootie, bestie. Love you guys. Yeah, man, that's what we doing over here. I'm about to start talking my shit on y'all though, man. Like y'all gonna see next couple weeks. I got guests lined up. I think I got guests lined up for next week. No, I don't got guests lined up for next week. As far as I know, we are going to have a full 4-person panel next week. It's going to be me, Left, Rob, and Shadi. As far as I know, next week. That has not changed. Next week is 420. I ain't saying nothing else. Show up. I'm showing off next week because I'm off the day after. I don't gotta get up and go to work the next day. Yeah. So come back next week. This shit gonna be fun. That's I'm not even. I got a good show planned next week.
Okay. Also, shout out to the sisters. Happy belated birthday to Maud. Her
Right.
Her
Shout out
birthday
Big Sis.
was last Wednesday.
Indeed. Shout out Big Sis. Happy birthday.
Shout out to Tiff, whose birthday was yesterday.
Shout out Lil Sis.
Boom.
Shout out Lil Sis.
So I just want to make sure y'all know.
Yeah, no, because I ain't trying to hear that shit. I don't want no trouble from nobody. Yeah. No smoke. Me don't want your smoke. All right, y'all. That's the show for this evening. Like I said, we back next week, 420, smoke out show, have a little fun, talk a little shit, smoke a little weed, go home.
Drink a little beer.
Drink a little beer. If you can't smoke no weed, if you can't smoke weed or drink beer, the fuck is you hanging with us for? No, I'm just playing. No, you're still welcome to. We'll get you a spritzer, something cool. Have a cold beverage for you. You know, you said what?
Spritzer?
Yeah, like a little non-alcoholic, little, like, you know what I mean, something to make you feel like you're drinking liquor.
I mean,
whatever. Yeah, whatever. We'll have both on deck. But either way, we will be here ready to talk shit with y'all. Hopefully, you'll be here with us with, you know what I mean, your little zip or something. It's going to be some weed-centered discussions next week. We're going to have fun with 420, man. Having a show on 420 is an opportunity that I cannot not take advantage of, if that makes sense. Just because, you know, they plant, y'all. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, LAP, peace and blessings. I will holler at you motherfuckers another time.